Okay, thank you so much for joining us on a brand new episode of 420 grams. This is the culmination of a month's hard work. And look at the way we're trying to say hard work, like we've done all the work on the field, right? We've only come, put on a camera in front of us, and gone blah, 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 blah for a month, talking about as much football as we can, because this has been a beautiful month for anyone who loves football. You've had the Copa America, you had the Euro going on side by side, and you had a couple of India debacles, but we won't get there right now. The point is, the Euro has coming to an end. The Copa has just finished in the morning. Lionel Messi and Argentina, redemption for Lionel Messi and Argentina, winning his first senior title at the Copa America, beating Brazil at the Maracana, that too, by a 1-0 margin. Angel Di Maria being the difference maker there. On to now, the second big game of the night. The second big game of the night taking place at the Wembley Stadium, which will see the European Championship finals taking place between England and Italy. And to talk about it, we've got a star cast lined up for you today. We started at about 11:05 p.m. India time, and we continue to go on, hopefully, till the time kickoff starts at about 12:30. So we've got 1.5 hours of chap to do. But why not? You've got the best on show, so we could easily do that. And joining us today, as always, as the friend of the show, the legend of the show, Renedy Singh. Renedy bhai, good to see you, as always. And a special appearance. He's already joined us once before on our show, but today he's joining us again. Gokulam Kerala's I-League winning coach, Vincenzo Alberto Annese. Vincenzo, thank you so much for joining us from Italy for this one. It's what a special moment it is for everyone. My name is Arjun. We have Siddhanth as always. Vincenzo, I'll start with you because you're short on time. So for us, we're English-speaking guys, right? So whatever literature we read, whatever journalism we read, it's English. So it's coming from an English perspective. So whether you want to hear it or you don't want to hear it, you're always talking about it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home. It's the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing ever. We don't really know what's going on in Italy. What's the mood like in Italy before this big final?
Well, I will tell we are very emotional for this game, and everybody expected that Italy, after 3 years back, we performance very bad with the previous coach Ventura, but this time Mancini changed everything, and really we hope that we can make really something extraordinary with the young talent, and all Italy is preparing to celebrate this trophy. Also, especially because we will play in England, it will be no easy. Especially the atmosphere that England will they really push in social media in everywhere. Not only but really we have a big pressure, and I hope the Italian team can really reach the best win that can make happy everybody from Italy.
Vincenzo, we've got two football coaches, you and Renedy, on the show, and both of you would be in agreement that football is emotion. Yes, tactical, technical, everything is there, but it's first emotion. What's the emotion like? And let's put aside the fact that you're a qualified coach, you're a title-winning coach, but just the emotion as an Italian that your side is going to be starting a final in some time.
No, I can say that me, like personally, and like Italian people, that I'm very emotional people. If you see Italy from the abroad, no, from around, you can see that all the time gesticulation, the movement, or even the attitude. The Italian is a passion, Latin lover, so it's kind of really hard to speak to communication. There are most of all the Italian people that are very leader. If in the group there would be some kind of group Italian privilege to be a leader all the time, and I can see that right now everybody waiting for this game, and everybody I see in the street right now, I coming in my home, everybody run fast. So it's also danger to be. No, we wait. We are emotional. We prepare all to celebration, and for us it's kind of to come back, because we was not qualify again against Swedish last turn. So it's more than one revenge again football at all. No, again England, because England also I will be true with you. If we don't play again the final again another team, I will really follow and the England team, because I like so much England football. I am so happy that they become in the final. Honestly, maybe you can see that the final, like tactically, maybe they can be like for most of all more than one team, like more than maybe can be like a technical skin with the French and or maybe again Spain or again German. But this time England going to final. And I'm proud also about England. It will be amazing because we play again England them home. And I don't know. I hope everybody watch already the social media. How many people there are around the stadium, and how many people there will be enter. How many people outside the stadium. So it's like a kind of atmosphere. I feeling really excited, and I wanna assist a very good match.
Renedy bhai, in the morning, we guys woke up early morning to watch the Copa final, and that was a different game. And I'll tell you, if you had to sum up that game, forget Messi and everything, it was that 2 touches, third touch, someone is flying into you, boom, gone. You are not moving more than that. Oof. It was
Too many.
ruthless.
Yeah, totally agree on this, and I can say also, tactical size was a bit poor. I will tell you, but in general in America Latina, you privilege the privilege more less tactically, but more individual skills. I mean, the Maria he make amazing goal. If you watch, okay, it was simple, but how many players that can do this lob to the keeper? How many? I mean, they do one amazing action, and after that, fighting for the second ball all the time. Second ball, 2-3 touch, like you say, tactically very poor. I was suspect that Neymar can do something more better than him performance. But in this kind of game, too many nervous. It was so much nervous. And you can see in the supporter around the stadium, there don't was a lot pressure. I mean, in this game today, there will be more. I think there was like 10% of supporter of 50%. I mean, very poor supporter.
Yeah.
Today there will be they started to allow 25%, but I believe today there will be all full stadium. And be part of full stadium in England, in them home, a lot of emotion will come up, and a lot fighting, like Spain and like Argentina and Brazil. But I think more tactical discipline. You can see also England team play very disciplined. The new coach, they give a really good discipline, especially in defensive phase. If you watch, they get only 1 goal in the free kick. The rest is no easy to score them. So it will be very interesting game.
Renedy bhai, conservative approach, you could probably say from the English in this tournament. But Renedy bhai, I'm not really getting into the tactics right now. I'm just saying, so you saw a Copa in the morning, and you saw it literally was 2 touches and kickboxing started. In the Euro, can we expect a much more open game, or you expect that to be a much more closed affair tactically? Like KG, I don't want to give you this, you don't want to give me that.
At least for first 15-20 minutes, yes. The game will take time to open it. It will be a cagey affair. Like we all know that England team is playing a very conservative football, and they only concede 1, and that's Vincenzo also mentioned that they concede only through a free kick. So it's going to be a tough one. They are not going to come all out, at least for 15 minutes. And even with Italy, we have seen that from the first match, they have been playing attacking football. And it's only in the last match that we saw the defenders really working hard. But other than that, I think Italy has been, it's been easy for them. It looks easy. It's not easy at all, but they make it look easy, except the last match. So this final match, I feel that it's first 15 or 20, 25 minutes, it's going to be a cagey affair. They will respect each other more. And once the goal, whoever scores the goal, I think game will open up, and it will be a good game. But 15, 20 minutes, especially England, they are going to wait and watch. They have been doing that, and they have been effective by playing conservative football. So they will not lose that game discipline, I feel. unlike we talk about Latin America, all the individuals. So I was just talking to my friend. For Neymar is one of the best players in the world. He keeps scoring goal, but as a coach, I think Vincenzo, if you get Neymar, where do you play him? Of course, if to be many people say that, many coaches said, oh, if we have Neymar, we can do. But then without Neymar, they have won the Latin American last time, right?
Copa.
So we could see the team game. So, but then when Neymar is there, he wants to have all the ball. But it's the same with PSG. So in the main important time, I think he has to come up. So I still feel that with all the best talent they have got, they still have to play a team game, more game discipline, and more tactical it has to be, with all the qualities that they have.
In that sense, Vincenzo, would you agree, unlike the Argentina-Brazil, where there's a Messi, so he's this huge figure, where there's a Neymar, again a huge figure, both the teams that are playing at Wembley don't have that huge figure. Thus, you would see a much more team approach, right?
Yeah.
You stick to the team approach rather than saying, let's go to Neymar, let's go to Messi, we're in trouble.
Yeah, honestly, with you, like for me, for my personal opinion, I see Messi, Neymar playing with my eyes, near 50 meters in front to me. And with Barcelona, when was with Barcelona, I can say that Messi is totally another level. I mean, it's too much than Neymar. So I just say before that I'm very surprised that Neymar. No, at least they must create something more for the Brazilian team, because he have total equality. But like the coach say, sometimes even in performance with Paris Saint-Germain is no at all enough for this kind of quality. Because we are football fans, we are coach. When we see player like Neymar, like Messi, we want to see some skills. We want to see something genius, and you can see even with a lot of talent that Argentinian team have and with the Brazilian team have. They can do something more better about these skills. I noted that in this European competition, tournament, I saw that there was a lot of nice goal. I was surprised. I look like sometimes it look like we play Brazil, Argentina. Sometime in America Latina you find some good quality skills in the last goal. But I can say that England, that even England, even Italy, even Spain, or even Germany, they really, even Denmark, they go some individual skills that make myself really so happy to see the game. And this make me not only a bit like if you watch football like football fan, no like tactical eyes like a coach, you can see that it's more nice when you see some nice skills, some dribbling, some good goals, some good shooting from far, and it's more interesting for each person that watch football. And sometimes you prepare the game 100% by tactically, but 1 second, one crazy player that can make the game win. And this is what I ask from my player though. So I wish today Italian team, they make some nice goal from outside, or some, I don't know, some headache, some volley for first touch. It would be interesting to see this.
Since we're talking tactics, just one final thing. Sorry.
Lineups are out, by the way. If you want, I can run you guys through the lineups if you haven't seen them already. Or
it's on the lineup only. I mean, we know it's a forced change. No Spinazzola, so Emerson is going to be starting. Now, Vincenzo Spinazzola has been so good down the left flank.
Surprise.
Surprising. Right-footed player that too. So when he's bombing forward, not only does he give you, that he can cut on the flank, he can cut inside as well. And thus Insigne can him keep on changing positions.
Wow.
But with Emerson is more a player who loves to hug the line, and he's not really going to come in that much. Does that sort of spoil the flow of a left flank that's been so good for Italy in this tournament?
Well, I can see that Spinazzola was surprised about every team, about even each person they watching. He was the most speed player in all European tournament. And when he have a ball, He ran with the ball. Without the ball, in one impression sprint that everybody watched on him and run like a crazy. So whatever was running, or inside, or outside, or near to the line, and there was like surprise for me because they have a really good communication, interchange the rule with Insigne, and they create a lot of chance opportunity for them. And I can see that without Spinazzola, our team totally changed. You can see that versus Belgium, we was more attacking mind because we have Spinazzola that was all the time pushing forward, and we have two strikers over there to the left. But Anderson is totally another player. I mean, he's for me, it's one normally good defender and good attacker. But I mean, you can say this is only left foot. No, so much. They don't try one against one. Don't make so much.
Lacks the flexibility of Spinazzola, basically.
He's a normal player, I can say. I mean, he's good enough because I believe it's like Di Lorenzo. They do enough job. But Spinazzola was the plus till now in this tournament. Everybody fight like Locatelli. We have a Beni talent, Barella, inserment in the middle, Verratti, Jorginho. I mean, we've spoken about the two finalists of the Champions League. I mean, we've spoken about great player over there. Immobile, the best scorer 2 years back of all European. We talk about Berardi, and we talk about Chiesa, that for me is the most emergent player after Spinazzola, because he 1-against-1 is danger. Elastic, fast sprint, 2-3 meters. They kill all defender. And in Italy, long time back, we don't have 1-against-1 player like him. We have a very big talent, like you can say, like Totti, like Del Piero, that maybe they can creating something exceptionally. Or we have a very good striker like Luca Toni, like Bobo Vieri, Christian Vieri, or like Inzaghi, the finishing. But sprinter, strong 1-versus-1. I don't remember this kind of player that in 1 meter they can dribble like this. Maybe only Roberto Baggio when was good in the beginning, before to get injury. But really, Chiesa, it's something that is extraordinary. If I was coaching from some big club like Bayern Monaco that want him, I will take him 100% because he gives one additional play. 1-against-1 is very, very dangerous.
Renedy bhai, how the English love labeling players, right? So Chiesa has been labelled as the Jack Grealish of Italy. How are you comparing the two players? Jack Grealish works on the second gear. He doesn't go to third gear only. Chiesa is a different kind of player, operates on a different part of the pitch. But he's so right, because, you started the tournament with Berardi. You took that decision to not play Chiesa up front, Renedy bhai. But as soon as the game started getting tighter, because, the more you progress into the tournament, game's going to get a lot more tighter. You need those off-the-ball runners who's going to give you space. And you can expect Chiesa to start today and do the same for Italy versus England.
I don't watch the first 11 right now, but if I was the coach, Mancini, I will always start with Chiesa because I love him so much. So, I mean, he's all the time. Also, he take one endurance. I mean, he run all the time. So one left back or right back, he will get tired about him. And he's young. He's young. I mean, they can keep stamina for 90 minutes. And last time he was substituted for after the second half supplementary, the additional time. But is amazing. Really, he killed himself for the game, and I will play always with him. I'll be honestly. Immobile a bit in the last two games against Belgium, against Spain, it was not so good. So maybe one change I can make it can be Belotti.
Oh, you'd start with Belotti?
I would love to start with Belotti because Immobile all the time is missing too many passes. I think it's the most missed. I was reading some he lost too many touch, and I think maybe they can be too much predictable for the England team. But I like him dynamic. I mean, I like him Immobile dynamic. But in the last two games, not so good. Maybe I think he's the bad player of Italy in the last two games.
So Mancini he's going with Chiesa, Insigne and Immobile. We've got the lineups. So
I feel Immobile, whatever, he has not been having the best game, but for me, Immobile has to start. I think Belotti, yes, for 15, 20 minutes is good. That guy can run, that guy can work hard. But Immobile not having the best match, but still I feel his presence it's important, and he is mobile and he make those runs, I think, and he worked hard for the team also. So I'm happy that at least he started. Belotti, yes, he have worked really, really hard, but I feel that Immobile over there, he can create. Today we were talking about, even Coach Vincenzo was also talking about individual brilliance. When both the team know each other so well, it's all about that individual brilliance in that difficult moment. Whoever can come up will win. But I would feel that France was the team, and France and Italy, I thought they will play the final. But when the France is out because of game discipline with all the great qualities, but again, the England have picked up in the right time. Conservative football, I am not a big fan, but still very, very effective. So I would want to see that Italy winning this tournament. I feel that if they can keep compact.
Vincenzo, I know you're Italian by birth, so naturally you go towards Italy. But you said also at the start of the show that you really like the England team. You're the minority on this show because we are all anti-England on this show, and loud and proud as well. So we kept on throughout the tournament. We've been saying it's not coming home. It is just not coming home, and I think we're going to be. It's reached the final now. I'm just asking you from a coach's perspective. When you're playing at home, when the expectations are such on you that you've come to a major final after 1966, and it's constantly your players are constantly reminded of it. As a coach, how do you block out all of that for your players and make sure you just go inside and do the job?
Well, it's all psychology, When you, before to enter in the field, I motivate my guys 100%, like each game. But I can tell you that I prefer play outside all the time. I don't know why. It's mean that all the time, because everybody, right now they will have afraid more they play in England, the England player, than the Italian player, because everybody know already that they will have all support again Italy. So, and they are professional 100%. Each player they get exposed, and in the last period, maybe will be a bit surprised because without supporter, the long time, then you come back again this big competition. So maybe some player like with more experience, with a big example, we never see Barella in the last 2 years play with a big supporter. So maybe some player they can get, and Barella is still young, and Chiesa still young. In the last 2 years, we see him performance all the time without supporters. So maybe this can influence them today. So, but like a coach, honestly, I prefer all the time to play outside, because we have I love to be freedom. I love to fight against other team when we all support is against you. I like to make all the time surprise. So, but I think mentally, England team will be more relaxing and more expecting the winner of the league, the title, and but Italy have more quality. So
the Italian has finally come out in the end. But we agree with you completely. I think there's a lot of quality there in this Italian side. Any surprises in the England squad, or the same?
No, not really. Not really. So it's Sterling, Kane, and Mount, Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, Luke Shaw, Maguire, Stones, Walker, and Trippier, and of course Pickford in goal.
So no Saka, basically, you're saying?
No Saka.
Oh, no Saka.
So it's like three at the back. He's going to the three at the back. I don't know whether that's a surprise or like maybe
five at the back, not three.
Five at the back.
Yeah, three at the back goes to five at the back. Yeah.
We must be afraid about Walker. I love Walker in the bigger game. Is always danger all the time, push so forward. So I tell you, we have more quality, especially in the middle possession ball. It will be better from Italy, I think. And I hope that we starting to play from the back, because only with Spain we allowed Spain to play too much. And I think we was a bit tired, and we traveled so much in the last period after after the game against Belgium, he was so tired. So I think it's against Spain we affect this. Many mispassing, especially with the player that I was nominated before, like Immobile. Even Verratti missed a lot passing last time that never done before. So I hope we expect more quality in the passing, more some creativity and speed, especially in the middle. I think some midfielder will resolve this game. Because in defense, the England team is very, very compact. I mean, look like they don't receive a lot shoot also. It's not they defense well. Everybody fight for the second ball. Everybody, and it's not easy even to make one cross in the box. It's not easy even to shoot. So I believe some goal from our middle, like Verratti or Barella or even Jorginho. I mean, I would love to see some goal from them.
Interesting. I mean, I think Renedy bhai, what Vincenzo said is that it seems like again the midfield is going to decide which way this game is going to go, because on either side, if he's mentioned right now about Maguire and Stones, then you've got those two solid pillars at the back in Chiellini and Bonucci, and you love watching them play. It's just the middle, right? Who do you commit forward? Do you send Barella forward and then you keep Verratti, Jorginho in the middle there? Or from an England perspective, do you send Kane back to add more in the middle and to have that extra man? These sort of small little tactical things, I guess we'll get to know within the first 10, 15 minutes after the game sort of picks up pace.
Yeah, like the coach say, they will study each other. Maybe I believe some of the coach, they do some change in tactical side. I noted that Luis Enrique was saying that we keep Morata a bit down, then we allow them to move with our midfielder to attack our space. And it's true, because again Belgium, Lukaku don't touch no one ball. Again Chiellini and Bonucci. So it's not easy. It's not easy for Kane today. I will tell. It will be tough, because Chiellini, Bonucci have a feeling inside. They play many years together in Italy. Play many years, like more than 10, 12 years with Juventus. And the feeling is like come game by game. So it will be hard for them. Also, Donnarumma is an amazing keeper. So yeah, let's see. It's kind of strategy that wanna give the Mancini and the other coach. I mean, it will be interesting to watch them.
Perfect, Vincenzo. You said you had about 20 minutes, and it's about we've shot it over by about 30. So 10 minutes more we've gone. Thank you once again for your time, and it's a pleasure having you on the show. We hope we can have you even more once we're talking about Indian football. And hopefully when you're back in India, what is your plan, by the way? When are you planning to come back to India? And
I think as soon possible. Now they open international flight, and I will be very soon. Now I watch the game and come.
Perfect.
Let's hope it's a good night for you and everyone who's watching with you, man. Some good something to celebrate after the hard loss for Bertolini in the Wimbledon final.
No, thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm so happy that you invite me, and really I enjoy to speak with everybody, also with the coach there. I wish the best for him.
Also, good luck.
Thank you so much.
When you come to India someday.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vincenzo. All the very best for the game. Enjoy the game. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Bye-bye. Forza Italy.
Forza Italy. Yeah, we'll say it. Anyone but England.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye-bye. Hi, could you just take us through the lineup once then, ek bari, and then we'll get the chat going, and hopefully Ishfaq will be joining us soon. You're saying no Saka, so who was the front three then? It's Kane, there's Sterling,
Mason Mount.
So who's the middle then?
So middle is Rice and Phillips.
Okay.
You're missing one more.
Yeah, one more player.
One more कैसे 5 पीछे हो गए ना? Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Right. So Phillips and Rice, or Rice and Phillips, whichever. And then you have 5 at the back.
5 at the back. Who all are there? Who all are the 5?
Trippier is playing right back. So Kyle Walker is coming as the third centre back.
Okay. And so and Trippier as
Luke Shaw.
Renedy bhai, ये तो डर रहा है ये formation देख के.
Brother, England, if you see from the first match, like we said, it's a conservative football again. They want to wait and watch. So 5 will defend. It says 3, but 5 will defend. So they're just waiting for the counter attack. Agar koi free kick milega, or set pieces, that's what they are going to. Because they know that if they try to match up with Italian, then it will be advantage for the Italian. Like we were talking about how the midfield battle may Italian player they are more comfortable with the ball. And here they will just wait and watch and on counter. And if Sterling is a big threat with the speed as we have seen last match, and Saka is out, it's good for Italy if you because with that speed. So now Sterling, if they can keep Sterling quiet, then game should be, at least the possession should be with Italy. And but the way they put up the first 11, they are not going to let Italian team reach the box easily. Because when you are playing 5 already and 2 inside, 6, 7 players.
पता नहीं रेडी भाई, मैं आपको बताऊं, मेरा जो मास्टर प्लान है, मेरे हिसाब से जो इसने लाइनअप डाली है वो मेरे मास्टर प्लान के तहत चल रहा है. अपना मास्टर प्लान है कि इंग्लैंड वेम्बली में जाके फाइनल हारेगा. आप भाई जितने भी डंडोरे पीट लो, आपने पीटने हैं रेडी भाई, बिकॉज आपने पहले ही कह दिया कि सर आप बॉल रख लो, आप बॉल रखो, we will sit back. I don't know, conservative. I thought it's too conservative. You already Declan Rice and Kevin Phillips are there, and now you've gone with more guys at the back. कितना बचाओगे यार गोल को, मतलब.
लेकिन at least this is how he started always, right? वो conservative football के साथ compact रखना चाहता है. अगर नहीं हुआ तो नहीं हुआ. At least we will not concede. If you don't concede, at least in the first half or the second half, ending or before the 90 minutes, 10 minutes before also, if they can one good counter attack. So we all have all great coaches, before. If you see Mourinho, that's the same. If you see the Atletico Madrid, if you see the compact that they put, they all play the same. But I think it's very effective. It's very clever that way. Of course, it's not interesting football. It's not the flamboyant football. It's not that effective football. Expensive football. But very, very effective. It will not be good for the fans to watch defending. But game-wise, game management, I think that he's very, very clever. Southgate.
भाई ऐसे आसार लग रहे हैं कि पेनल्टी की तरफ जा रहा है ये गेम.
Sorry, one interesting stat I was seeing. Sorry, I didn't get you, but is that since the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2018, not a single time has Southgate named an unchanged squad. So he's always making some.
विराट कोहली. वो भी बदलते रहते हैं भाई, कभी ना कभी कोई ना कोई प्लेयर बदलते रहते हैं.
वो तो बदलते रहते हैं सर, आप बदल गए हो, मैं पहचानता नहीं हूँ कभी ये बोल कौन रहा है.
हम पैसे के पीछे भागते हैं ब्रो.
बीच में से रैनी भाई, हैव यू नोटिस, बीच में से कभी ये आजकल क्रिकेट वाला डाल देता है एक चकमा, एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ अस आर वंडरिंग ये हो क्या.
अपना पंडित भाई दोनों फुटबॉल क्रिकेट दोनों करता है ना, सो उसको रहना पड़ता है.
बट एनी भाई, मैं क्या कह रहा था कि मैं कह रहा हूँ कि द वे सेटअप, ये तो लग रहा है कि प्लेंटी तक जाएगा ये पूरा मुकाबला. उन्होंने गोल खाना नहीं है, उन्होंने आते रहना. उन्होंने एक ओपनिंग देखनी है, उस पर उन्होंने अटैक मारना है स्टर्लिंग और केन के साथ में माउंट हो गया. सो इट्स सेटअप फॉर अ लॉन्ग नाइट. 3-3:30 वाले गेम लग रहा है ये मेरे को, कि नींद नहीं मिलने वाली आज रात को.
सही बात है. फाइन, मतलब at least the good thing is we don't have to do a show tomorrow. So yeah, but I mean, finals are, I think, like Renedy was saying just now, finals are usually cagey kind of.
Not if you saw the Copa in the morning.
No, I mean, I saw only maybe the last 15-20 minutes of it. But yeah, probably not. But I think
it's not cagey. It was 22 players in a cage doing MMA.
Yeah,
it was that. Yeah, seriously, you had to see that one tackle that Otamendi Renedy hit on this player who came, I think Gabby goal or something towards the end. वो मतलब एक तो उसने 2 पैर से झपट्टा मारा, साइड से भी एक बंदा मार के जा रहा है उसको, और रेफरी कुछ नहीं दे रहा उनको. रेफरी से चलो move on. So like we say, it's a cultural thing.
I've watched the first half, but then with all the hype there also, you see Messi playing, Neymar playing, with all the great players playing, मगर वो नहीं मिला मेरे को. Of course, the world best player playing, I think it has to be a little more tactical. Otherwise, वहाँ पे, जो जैसा लग रहा है ना, because when you see the European team or they are playing, you know, it's so mobile and fluidity है वहाँ पे. जो भी देखता है, अगर लेफ्ट साइड राइट साइड जो भी देखना है, या नेमार को खेलना ही खेलना है, you know, and I don't want the match should be in that way. I want it has to be full team game होना चाहिए when Germany play or when France play. I love those kind of games. But of course, all due respect to Messi, you know, for the goal that he has scored in this tournament. I think for him, I think he has been waiting for a very long time, and I'm happy that he got it. Such a great player. But again, we want to see more tactical. I feel it's like यहाँ पे तो, you know, जो भी आओ कोई foul कोई sin नहीं. अभी जितना अभी the guy who scored the goal, what's his name, and
Di Maria
ने, हम तो सोचा Di Maria ने जब गया गोल मारने के बाद और एक बॉल गया स्ट्रेच कर उसने एंकल ट्विस्ट किया, मुझे लगा he's out of the game. Normally when you see a player in Europe going out with such pain, अरे वो तो सेकेंड हाफ में इतना स्पीड से खेल रहा था कि nothing has happened. So you can imagine वहाँ पे, you know, चलता है, you know, half of the time वो लोग लड़ते रहता है, बॉल बाहर है, बॉल कम अंदर में कम है, you know. So but this is how it is. But then they have learned, you know, a different way to win the game. You cannot trust them though.
Yeah. I think it was interesting to see when you guys were doing the show, actually, that so many more people had joined us for the conversation than have joined for the Euros. I am not sure whether it's because more people are watching the Euros live, and so therefore they are not so interested in the chats that we are having around the game, or maybe it was the final and Messi won, so like people were awake first thing in the morning. I don't know. But anyway. Renedy, what are you? How are you beyond obviously the fact that it's going to be really tight? What are you looking forward to most from tonight's game?
Tonight's game, I want Italy to play their own game. How they have been playing from right from the start, except the last match. But we have to give credit to the Spanish team, the attacking football that they have played. So Italy, like the Italian coach Vincenzo was talking about, that they look tired. Of course, yes, they really look tired in the semi-final. But then I hope they're all recovered and ready to get going. And I will. The way they should just play the way they have been playing. Even though, you know, we talk about 5-man defending, it will be a difficult one. But they should keep the possession, and the goal will come.
Fair point. I think it's an interesting one because I'm dying to see now with England sitting back and with Italy having a majority of the ball. I think it's a given now. The way he set up this game, he's going to try, of course, breaking from the wings in attack and try adding those extra men going forward from an England perspective. But now with Jorginho not really being, you know, how do I put it, under pressure, he will be, you know, he'll have ease on the ball to move the ball around. How much will Verratti progress again? How much will, you know, Barella is going to move ahead to try to break through those lines. You know, Chiesa is going to be there. I think it's going to be a battle of Renedy bhai, wo England ka jo last 1/4 hai na, halfway of England's half line, it'll be an interesting battle there, क्योंकि वहाँ पे तो उन्होंने अपनी इमारत खड़ी कर दी है पूरी की पूरी. वो कह रहे हैं आओ तोड़ो जी, हमें तोड़ने की कोशिश करो. And what I'm guessing the only opening they'll get is when England gets a little ambitious, bombs forward, so that 5-man turns into a 3-man. But you still got those two guys in front, Declan Rice and Kevin Phillips. Renedy, this is a very defensive formation he's put out. मेरे को तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि इसने तो इतने लड़के पीछे.
But you have 45 minutes. You know, first 15-20 in the first half at least to see how it is going. And second half, England has got a lot of great players, a lot of great attacking players, you know, in their bench. So they can bring it on anytime, and then it will be a different game. They can turn into a different game. But then, like Southgate, you know, he is not trying to change his ideas. You know, this is how he has been getting results. So why change? So look at first half, see how it is going, and second half, you know, try and bring all the attacking players. You got Foden, you got Jadon Sancho, you got Grealish, you know, Saka. You know, so many attacking,
Arsenal.
so many great attacking Arsenal. So many great attacking players they have got. So they can bring in anytime. But But what Italian has to be careful as well. Sometimes you just get carried away by having more ball possession. One mistake, one counter attack, England can score, because England has got Sterling has got that speed. He is in form. You see, in all the games here, almost all the game, he has been scoring, and what a form he is in. Last match, the only difference was Sterling. And we talk about Maila, the side back. He has been having a good tournament, but last match, I don't think any club will want to take him by saying that performance against Sterling, because Sterling ripped him apart. So you can see how Sterling can affect. So Sterling is in great. So I'm sure Italian team, they must have done their homework to keep Sterling quiet.
Aney भाई, मैंने ना गलती क्या करी, शाम को मैं वर्कआउट मारने गया because I do weights for a good body and I do 60 kilos of shoulder press, just saying. But I said ठीक है भाई, अब इतने weights मार रहे हैं, body बना रहे हैं, तो कुछ सुनना भी चाहिए. मैंने लगा दिया जी अंग्रेजी पॉडकास्ट, और उन्होंने ऐसे गुण गाए अपनी इस टीम के, उन्होंने गाने वाने गाए. उनका मतलब, अब एक शब्द है कि हो गया, वो मैं बोलना नहीं चाहता, इस शो पे बोल नहीं सकते, पर ऐसा लग रहा था कि उनका थ्रू आउट द शो वैसा था. यू नो आई एम सेइंग कि दे वर ऑन and they were all going ha, hu, ha, he, ha. But one good point that they brought out, that they're saying about Gareth Southgate with respect to the other coaches who've coached England in the past, the more expensive ones. It's the same conversation we have in India. You had a Sven-Göran Eriksson, you had a Fabio Capello, and they were absolute disasters for the English team. And then घुमा फिरा के आप घर के अंदर आए हो, आपने कहा जी हमारा घर का बंदा कौन है, who's in the system, who understands the pressures an England player faces when going into these big tournaments, that maybe your team is not set out to play flairish football, that maybe your team plays conservative football, and that is the best way going forward. Because when you look at Eriksson, you look at the team in 2002, you look at the team in 2006, on talent, would you say these guys are better matched? You'd say those guys were as evenly matched at the time, but it's just that they probably did not know the best way to go forward. And in that respect, अगर आज साउथगेट साहब ने जीत लिया, उनकी तो इमारत बनने वाली है, कहीं ना कहीं इमारत बनने वाली है उनका, because इसका बहुत बड़ा श्रेय from an England perspective has to go to the manager. It makes or breaks the team.
So in the recent past, Gareth Southgate and Roy Hodgson, the other go-to guy whenever England couldn't find anyone else to manage, good old boy was around. And so it's if you have, we talk often about how, on these podcasts you hear often how the biggest clubs are in England, the biggest players are English. So obviously, sooner or later the coaches will also appear who should be able to understand the philosophy that these guys come from, the culture that these guys belong to, and then manage that over the course of 1 month. It's been a month now, and maybe add maybe a week of camp before that, so a month, maybe 5 weeks of competition time, right? It makes absolute sense, man. I don't think Renedy bhai, tactically to education wise, training wise, I think anyone can perhaps go out and get the licenses and the theoretical understanding of how the game can be managed, right? So the difference then comes down to only what happens practically, how much confidence is given in a manager by whoever is deciding these things, in this case I guess the English FA, and then the players, how much confidence they put in the coach.
If you see Southgate, I would say that he have done really, really well. We talk about Goran Eriksson. Goran Eriksson, he have not done great, but at the same time, I won't say that he have not done great also. He have done okay, but Southgate
quarterfinal types.
Quarterfinal. But England का player वैसे ही है ना भाई, hype ज़्यादा होता है. अभी you see now, even the players, there are many other players from your other countries of Europe who are really good, but हम लोग जानता नहीं है उसका नाम. But England, just because we watch English Premier League week in, week out, we know all the players' name, we know how they play, we know them so well. But then hype is so much that, of course, yes, I do respect to Lampard, Gerrard, Paul Scholes, Gary Neville, Phil Neville. But yes, वो quarter final का team ही था वो समय. or whatever they may say. But you look at all the hype, that they have been getting. So it's a pressure on them also. Goran have done well. If you see the Goran ka agar history dekhega, uske stats dekhega in Italy, coaching wise, he have done well. Goran Eriksson, even in Sweden, because with Lazio he have done really well. Even in Malmo with Bob Houghton, they were working together. So they took Malmo to the Champions League final. So yes, and Goran Eriksson have learned from Roy Hodgson, because they have worked very closely with Roy Hodgson. So yes, but now Southgate is lucky at the same time. He knows in and out of English football, and lucky to get these players who have done really well in the under 16, under 18, and under 21. So now I feel that he should just carry on. In fact, agar aaj harta bhi hai ya jeeta bhi hai, I think he should carry on, but for what he has done in this last few years.
Yeah, I think the theme of that podcast and whatever I've heard or read so far is that because इन लोगों ने इतनी, how do I say, इतनी हारें झेली हैं, इतने disappointments झेले हैं. So the question generally on everyone's mind in England is, what if we lose? Then what sort of a campaign will this be? And the dominating theme when everyone was saying is that it's still a successful campaign. The way this team is played, even if you lose, barring a 6-0 or a 7-0, which is not going to happen in a tournament, and possibly also because of how England is set up, there's no chance you're hitting that many goals past them. It's a success whether they win or lose this tournament, Renedy bhai. I'm guessing culmination because Qatar is coming in 18 months. So the same theme goes there as well.
Yeah, I feel it's a big success for England. I never thought that they will. Of course, yes, वो quarter final type के हम लोग सोच रहा था, and the team is quarter final type के ही. But then they have done well, and we have to give credit to Southgate. So as Harne se bhi, like I said, he should stay, because I don't see any coaches coming in and changing, more than Southgate. So they should just continue, like you said, agar Qatar बहुत नजदीक है, and then these are very, very young players, but young players with a lot of experience playing in the big teams in England. So I think they will do really well. वो लोग के लिए जो जहाँ पहुँचना था उससे भी आगे बढ़ गया है, and today if they get it, nothing like they will be the world best हो ही जाएगा अगर European World Cup नहीं मिले, because of the supporters that they have got, because of all around the world. So now, being Qatar agar ek saal away है, but I think they should continue with the same almost same team है.
हमारे साथ इशफाक अहमद आ गए. हम the पुराने चार पापी are back on 420 grams, और यहाँ पे 2 dedicated solid बंदे हैं जिन्होंने सुबह भी शो किया है, जिन्होंने मतलब आप उसको MMA फाइट बुला लो, आप उसको टैक्टिकल बैटल बुला लो, कुछ भी बुला लो, वो देखा है. और अब
तो देख ही सकते हो भाई, बाल अभी बता रहा हूं.
सर आपसे बस सीधा, क्योंकि अभी 12 तो बज के आधे घंटे में गेम शुरू होना है. जस्ट टू स्टार्ट, होम की रोम आपके हिसाब से?
Home. Finally.
Oh, क्या? Have you seen the 11? Aney, just read out the 11 to Ishfaq.
He's wearing white. I'm wearing blue.
I think
Pandit,
no, I will give you my reasons also why.
His connection with English football काफी इसका close है. ये छोटा टाइम से इंग्लिश लोग के साथ काफी अच्छा कनेक्शन है इसका.
True, maybe. But somehow, I will send you I don't know, there is one post where of one of the website I have said the one of the team is not there. I thought it's going to be an England versus France final, where 1 month before I have been asked like, who you predict the finalists. I predicted England and France. But I'm glad at least one team is there, so I will stick with that one team and try to redeem myself by saying
Sir,
that.
आपको हमारा भाई 11 पड़ेगा आपको, because आप ये समझो उसने बड़ा अल्ट्रा डिफेंसिव टीम सेटअप करी है भाई. Can you just tell Ishfaq the 11? 5 at the back.
Ishfaq, so 5 at the back. Pickford in goal, Maguire, Stones, Walker, centre backs, Kieran Trippier right back, Luke Shaw left back, Rice and Phillips in the middle, and then Mount, Sterling and Harry Kane.
So मतलब उन तीन के अलावा तो 7 के 7 डिफेंडर.
So maybe, see, First of all, I'm extremely sorry. I was out. I had told. Just came after a dinner with my friend, running from there and straight logged in, and I was missing actually you guys. So like.
Yeah, happy to have you, sir.
Always. Yeah, so I think it's a clear indication they just don't want to concede first, and they know that they have a firepower up front who will score. And I think in Italy has to be now. What if you see the teams? Italy might dominate this match. Like when they will commit more men, that's where they have to be a bit careful because of the pace. As we know that Sterling and they will be a bit deadly on the counterattacks. That's the only way right now I'm feeling. I don't know how they will play, whether they will shape up like they will sit back and do a solid defense and then, have that typical English style direct football, 1 or 2 balls direct. Maybe Kane will hold and somebody will run off from him. But there will be a massive support also, home support also, which we always know that it does make difference. But having said all this, Italy have proved everybody wrong. They have been playing a fabulous football also. Players are informed, they have the confidence, and like they are, you cannot take that fact away. They are unbeaten side. I don't know how many matches are they now unbeaten.
आज अब 32 हो गया है. आज जीतेंगे 33 हो जाएगा.
And I think they have broken all the records. I think
for the Italian teams they've broken the records, but with international teams it's 35. I think it was a Brazilian team in the early 2000s.
But I think similar goes for England also. They are also on unbeaten run also. So in a way you can say deserving. As Renedy, I was when I logged in, I heard Renedy saying that English side looked like they might reach to quarterfinal, and like he gave a lot of credit to coach. Definitely you have to give to. He came through a lot of attack also, a lot of criticism also the way, but somehow like you have to give him that credit. It's not easy to compete in Euros. Like even underdogs also sometimes play a fabulous football, and then managing not to lose a single match in group stage also, and playing some good football. I think I cannot agree more with Renedy. You have to give a lot of credit to coach. The changes he made, they all work most of the times.
Yeah.
And even if they will lose, like it has been a fabulous effort by them. And I agree with Bhai that Southgate should stay. Like he should be their
irrespective
coach also. Yeah, exactly. Whatever happens in this is, irrespective of today's result, he should stay because World Cup is around the corner, and it doesn't make sense now changing the coach. All of these European teams, I think. I think, this is now, will be a stupidity if any of the team will change. I don't know, maybe I'm not talking about Turkey or another team, which we were all expecting to do well, because I told you the last time when I was reading about Turkey's history of football, most of their experts were saying this is the best generation footballers they have right now.
This team that played at the Euros?
Yes.
But quite a young team and
quite a young team. They will take some time.
बहुत डर के खेले, बहुत ज़्यादा डर के खेले.
Yeah, 2-3 years. But they have to play, harna koi baat nahi with those young players. But then the way they were playing, I can understand. They don't want to concede many goals. But they were not playing attacking football.
But Renedy, you see their record in World Cup qualifying.
They have done well.
So now that we have also the benefit of hindsight and looking back at what that group was, उस time तो लग रहा था कि ठीक है निकल जाएंगे टर्की इस group से maybe, हाँ. But Switzerland ended up beating France. The Italians are in the final, so the Turks didn't really have an easy group to start off with. So I guess you have to give them that now. Now that it's all been said and done.
Fair point. Annie bhai, there's so many storylines also to this game. With the coach, I'm sorry, I'm sticking with the coach. उनको उन्होंने एक तो मतलब कोई क्या कहते हैं, वो पुराने जमाने के कौन से हीरो होते थे जो दुखियारी से होते थे हीरो, मैं नाम भूल रहा हूँ, मेरे दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा, पर उनके बारे में ऐसी कहानी लिखी गई है कि 1996 यूरोज में इन्होंने पेनल्टी मिस करी and now it's time for redemption.
What a team! What an England team that was, by the way.
The 96 one, right?
If you say that कि इशफाक का बचपन से English footballers के साथ या English football के साथ या English people के साथ नाता है, तो that team मतलब Paul Gascoigne, Tony Adams, Keown, I think, Ince, Scholes, I mean David Seaman in goal,
goal up front.
Unbelievable. I mean, but like Renedy is saying, even then, in the larger context of Europe, they were quarterfinals, semi-final.
Yeah. So in that sense, I think Renedy bhai, in a sense that, right now he's playing this conservative kind of football. But if he stays with the same group, because he looks like a guy who doesn't like tinkering around too much with the group. He might change the 11 according to who your opposition is and whoever you're playing. But the group pretty much remains the same. My guess is कि ये group actually में खुलेगा in Qatar in about 18 months time. जब ये खुल के खेलेंगे जैसे खेलना होगा.
जरूर खुल के खेलेगा, because I feel that he's also at tournament. This tournament is such that आप अच्छा खेलना चाहेगा and chances of losing is high. तो he's playing to players' strength. अपना players का strength समझ के वो खेल रहा है. So like you said, in another 1 year, I'm sure he would also, as a coach, I'm sure he also wants his team to play attacking football. But उसमें खेल के अगर हार के जाएगा तो फायदा क्या है सोच के, so it takes time. So like you said, in another 1 year, they will be the players that they have got, they will play more attacking game for sure. Any coach would want to do that. But if you see, look at Italy now. Look at Italy many years back. We only know Italy, as a defense, they are quite good, not interested in football as such. But now the way Italy has played, except against Spain, I think they are playing attacking football also, and at the same time they can play. So if they want to keep winning, if they want to keep winning cups, I think they have to try and play both. And they have got players, but then you need to gel as a team. So that has not been there yet. In spite of having all the great players.
It's been about 2.5 to 3 year project, Ishfaq. For any team to come good at your major tournament, that's a minimum if you want them to completely change style and ethos moving forward.
Sorry. But I think what Renedy has said already, they need time. By that, some of the young players will get matured and they will learn more about by playing these kind of tournaments. And this Euro will definitely help them for World Cup also. They, not many people were, giving them, as Renedy said, that they will go beyond maybe quarterfinals or semifinals, but they proved they are in finals. I think they will only grow, and if this set remains with the same coach, I think they will be a very, very good team for World Cup. One team to beat. As you rightly said, the project has been, Southgate has been already now there for some time, and he doesn't make many changes. He now know every player there. He might, I don't know who he will inject for Qatar, but if there are changes, there won't be many changes. There might be one or two, not more than that. I think this group, mostly this group will be there. And they know now they have played already a major tournament and reached final altogether. It's going to be, it's going to be more, they're going to be more comfortable with each other. They will be knowing each other very well now. I think they will perform better in World Cup.
Sir, less than half an hour to go for kickoff. So what we've done is we've opened the chat for questions coming in from all the Jawans who have tuned in for Renedy Singh and Ishfaq Ahmed. Renedy bhai, this is a nice question coming in from Anurag. Tactically oriented question. He's saying last time England played a back five was against Germany, and they went for a high press. They went for a high press. Do you think we can expect the same, given the Italians struggled against the high pressing Spanish team? Though the way the Spanish press is completely different, sir. I don't think anyone can match them with that.
Yeah, but they have done against Germany, so they may do the same. Yes, they may do the same. I think they will mix it up, like Italians do. They will mix it up today. They will try and play compact at the back, and they may try to press high with five playing at the back or three playing at the back. I think they may do that also. I won't be surprised if they with this formation they press high. I won't be surprised with that. So I think Anurag, I agree with him. It's saying that they may just what they have done against Germany, so they may do the same here. So they have seen that Germany, in spite of playing great football, they can stop Germany in such fashion. So they may continue the same, or they may just come back and wait and defend.
Ishfaq, what is the thinking behind back five? Generally, when we talk about back five, we say, "अरे बड़े defensive हो रहे हैं." But generally, when you play back five, आप तो attack तो wing से कर रहे हो ना, आप तो कह रहे हो आप पूरा खाना वहाँ से खोल रहे हो.
True. If you have really good wingers, then it's the one of the most dangerous or attacking formation. If you have really good wingers who can do up down, and for three backs they need to be very intelligent. I think there is enough experience for England to do that, to play with those three backs, and they have the pace also. You know, which is very, very important in modern days football. But they might do, but somehow I feel England will be more nervous because playing home, and like they might feel a little bit more pressure than Italian, and they might end up, even if the plan is like play attacking football, wingers go like as Renedy was saying, they will go right up there and press them. It may not happen. I feel like they might be a bit cautious the first half. And we have already seen the trend started from today morning only. Home team is losing.
Sir, वो तो अलग ही game था. It was like north and south of what we can expect between these two games. But that also was so interesting to watch. ये question आया from कमीना, sir. कमीना क्योंकि मेरा दोस्त है ये. इसका नाम है निसार किदवाई. बड़े देर से पक चैट पे करे जा रहा है, तो मैंने कहा चलो उसको थोड़े ना हड्डी फेंक.
पहले तो मैं निसार को एक बात बोलना चाहूंगा कि इतने सालों से जानता है, अब पूछ रहा है where do I find the live stream?
सर इसे अब मैं ये बोला नहीं चाह सकता. ये जो यहाँ से खत्म होता है ना आदमी, तो फिर वो यही ऐसे सवाल पूछता है. रेंडी भाई फ्रॉम मिस्टर किदवाई, ये लो आपके लिए हड्डी खाओ. सवाल ये रेंडी भाई कि ही इज आस्किंग अ डिसेंट क्वेश्चन दो. हाउ विल बोनुcci एंड Chiellini cope with Sterling's pace? It could be an issue.
It will not be an issue because they both are very, very experienced defender, and we have seen, because they are not playing this type of game for the first time, and their brain work faster than anyone. But Sterling, yes, against Denmark, I think we have seen his pace. But if you look back, Sterling against James against Chelsea, Sterling couldn't do anything. James stopped him from everything. So Sterling, yes, we're having its great form, but I think Italian, they're only Bonucci or Chiellini is not going to defend. When they defend as a team. So Sterling need to have space for that. So the moment there's no space, there is no place to run, then Sterling is gone. So if we allow, if Italians press high and go up, and when there's a space, Sterling can harm them. But if Italians can just come back and defend also what we have seen, and then it will be difficult for Sterling to move around.
Similar question Ishfaq, क्योंकि पिछले मैच में स्पेन के खिलाफ डी लोरेंजो भाई साहब के तो पत्ते शो नहीं, मतलब पत्ते शो करके फेंक भी दिए गए थे, इतनी बुरी तरह उनकी बैंड बजाई गई थी. So John Honai is asking, Sterling versus Di Lorenzo, it's going to be a tough one. He's saying, how can Di Lorenzo stop him? Will he be able to stop him?
Mute.
Renedy bhai already, I think, replied this question. The Italian defense is very smart. They know they don't have the pace. One thing will be there. The line will decide how good Sterling will play. If they go deep, like there won't be much place to operate behind the defense. If they will have that moderate line, Sterling can still hurt them. If they go really high, then we will get the idea already that why England has set five defensive players, and because they might invite Italian players to come, towards their half, and then basically want to exploit the place the gap between the goalkeeper and the last defense line. That is the only way Sterling can hit. When it comes to the defending or air ball challenge, I don't think there will be any match. The only way England can hurt, I think, have those throw balls where Sterling will have the pace or get the one-on-one against any one of these defenders. But having said that, they are not easy still to beat in one-on-one, because they know they won't go to close. They won't usually come to close. They will delay and wait for the support. As we know, I don't have to tell you that they know it very well. Italian are very historically famous for their defending. But yes, Sterling will be very, very important and a key player today. If he gets that space or one-on-one with the players, that will be a very, very interesting duel. I think that is where this game might actually get decided also.
So I'm just saying
Pandit,
that
I think Mount is a guy we never talk about Mount, but that guy is a guy who has got everything. But not many people give credit to him. But I've been following him. What a player! So that's why he's always the first 11. Southgate, we talk about release, we talk about Saka, we talk about Jadon Sancho, we talk about the best player for them. But Mount never missed the first 11. So just imagine what type of player he is. So I feel that if England, along with Sterling, if the England do something, I think Mount will have a lot of things. I feel that he can do, few individual things that that not many can do.
I think, Renedy, there was one question coming in also, similar question, and you guys can all take it next. From Nishant Kumar, who's asking, who's the young player that has impressed you the most? So would it be fair to say that for you, Mason Mount is the young player that has impressed you the most in these Euros?
Nay, I know Renedy.
In this Euros, Damsgaard.
Yeah, bro, Damsgaard, what a player.
For me, of course, Spinazzola, I don't know how old he is. I love the way Spinazzola plays. But young player, if we have to take one young player, an Arsenal player for the way 18-year-old, I think, and Pedri, and for more than that, Olmo, 21 years old from Spain. Olmo and Damsgaard, yeah, they have been, and Chiesa also not bad.
आपने तो सारी ले लिए सर.
No, but Damsgaard, to be honest, for me, Damsgaard, the way
ये है ना, ये आर्सेनल वाला देखो कलर.
यार ये चाहिए था मुझे यार, ये कहाँ मिलता है?
ये बहुत जबरदस्त चीज है.
गाड़ी के लिए नहीं है ये, पीठ पे जाने के लिए.
मेरी दादी के पास होता था ये. This is the most insane thing. बहुत
यूजफुल होता है. कलर भी देखो, हम लोग तो साका ही बोलेंगे.
तो साका. चलो कोई तो आर्सेनल का बोल रहा है.
18-year-old, he's a very the way he plays a very mature game. But Damsgaard will be my number one.
I think an interesting thing is that the definition of young player also in many ways has changed. Nah? You look at a guy like Donnarumma for Italy in goal. He's 22 years old. I mean, but we are looking at, or we don't even consider him in the framework of a young player because he's already got, I don't know, 200 plus.
But he started much earlier. Also.
No, but I think that doesn't. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. That like, pura framework ही थोड़ा बदल गया है.
How many matches Saka must have played for Arsenal?
पता नहीं भाई, but I'll check while you guys.
30-40 last season.
Damsgaard hasn't played many. But उसके बावजूद भी अगर आके ऐसा perform करना, I think in Italy he played Sampdoria. He played 3 or 4 matches. So after playing 3 or 4 matches, अगर इतना ऐसा खेलना, I think that's surprising, because other players like Olmo and all were in Barcelona, went to Croatia and come back to Leipzig again. So I think young players में वही चलेगा.
But honestly, Renedy, by jokes apart, I think for me Pedri has shown a real class also. I think
Pedri is a world class from before the Euro Cup also, no bhai. When you play in Barcelona with Messi, he was a world class before the before the Euro. But
Yeah.
Euro में surprise अगर package होगा तो for me Damsgaard, because from nowhere he have come out.
True, true. I cannot agree more. There are like, I think this Euro has, those surprise players which always come from these kind of tournaments.
Yeah, tournament.
These tournaments, we
Ishfaq,
have seen quite a few of them.
एक सवाल आया है फ्रॉम और ये आपकी के लिए सर, क्योंकि ये आया है साहिल गूनर से। जियो मेरे लाल गूनर हैं। साहिल गूनर ने पूछा है सर, डू यू लाइक द आइडिया ऑफ केन प्लेइंग अ बिट डीप फॉर इंग्लैंड?
It depends who are actually playing on your wing side. Sometimes what happens, Kane, he is a big boy. He can hold the ball or flick the ball, and who are the people running behind him. Sometimes when you have the pace on wings, he draws the defender out and makes that hole. And when he lays off for somebody and people start making run, it completely depends upon who are the players playing in with him, around him. It's not whether I like him. I would like him to do what he does the best, which is scoring goals. I think it depends upon the formation. Now there are like, they are playing whether 3-5-2 or you say 5-3-2. We don't know how they will set up in this match right now. If it is 3-5-2, then there will be one of the striker, Sterling don't fall usually deep for holding. He will come down and people might start running behind the fullbacks of Italian fullbacks. If that happens, then it's fabulous. But he has done that in Tottenham also many times, like dropping deep and holding ball, and people people they take those throw balls and score goals. Because Song has been doing that in Tottenham. He's a Gunner fan. He must have already seen those things. Over here, Sterling is not that kind of player. He likes to keep the ball. He wants ball in his feet. He doesn't like usually to make those throw ball runs. Song is completely different. Son. Yeah, Son is completely different. He runs with the ball and he like to move to the open place also. So, as I said, it depends upon what kind of players are playing around him.
I think Kane for me is one of the best finishers in the world, without any doubt. The way England has been playing, the formation ऐसा खेल रहा है तो उसको, in spite of their also is scoring, but थोड़ा सा उसको पीछे आना पड़ रहा है, and there are not many chances. The way अगर कोई दूसरा टीम में अगर खेलता, for me, without any doubt, the best finisher.
He's different from say let's say closer home like a Bhaichung Bhutia, who probably doesn't need to be so involved in the game, and suddenly, like Ishfaq mentioned it in an earlier show, कहीं से कुछ आया, भाईचुंग भाई ने कहीं से मुंडी लगाई, काफ लगाया, कुछ लगाया, goal. He for some reason needs to be involved. That's why he probably goes deep, get involved, and then sort of build momentum and does what he has to do. You're guessing that is one of the reasons also. Also, the fact what Ishfaq said, he sucks in players, giving pace for the other guys to then bump in. But this is another thing I've seen. He needs to be involved. If he doesn't touch the ball too much, कुछ दिखता नहीं, फिर एकदम से गायब हो जाता है पूरे गेम में, फिर दिखता नहीं है वो.
Yeah, but what a class finisher is. We have seen, week in, week out in Tottenham Hotspur, when the Argentinian coach was there, the goal he has been scoring. But when Mourinho came, we have seen coming down and taking the ball, and सबने criticize किया कि अरे ये goal नहीं मारेगा, but he still scores goals. And even now also, a few goals that he has scored, fabulous, I think, goal. I think he has scored, and he will continue. But I hope he don't score tonight.
Yeah, I think after the last England game, which was obviously ended the way it did because of that ridiculous penalty decision. But मैं ये बोला कि I find it impressive that Kane keeps adding things to his repertoire, and now as a passer of the ball also he has improved a lot. I think, in my opinion, and therefore when he does manage to suck in those defenders or create space for the other forwards to move into, then he can also play the ball to them in good positions, and I think that adds an element to the team that is different, new, and maybe something that these guys have worked on more closely during this tournament. I don't know.
Yeah, but it still take time, Siddhanth. If you see
Yeah,
that
yeah, no
Ishfaq have mentioned that Sean or Kane ka jo combination and that understanding that they have developed playing for years, वो अभी तक England team में आया नहीं है. So but still he scored. But then वो आने के लिए, because when you keep changing players, अगर देख रहा था कभी तो Grealish आता है, कभी Saka आता है, you need time to develop that, to gel. So वो अभी तक हुआ नहीं है. I think आज ना हो Ishfaq, हम चाह रहे हैं कि आज ना हो.
आज ना हो.
सर मास्टर प्लान तो यही है.
मास्टर प्लान तो यही है. आस्किंग वॉच अलोंग कर रहे हो क्या पंडित जी?
ज्यादा हो गया. फ्यूल खत्म हो जाएगा अपना यहाँ पे. और वैसे हमने सिर्फ 12:30 तक इंटरनेट का दिया हुआ है, उसके बाद इंटरनेट बंद हो जाएगा अपना. बट इश्फाक, मैं आप लोग यंग प्लेयर की बात कर रहे थे ना. एक प्लेयर की जो मेरे को एटलीस्ट जो मेरे दिल पे छाप छोड़ के गया है वो है पैट्रिक शिक. The way he was playing, leading the line for Czech Republic, and the fact that he scored that goal from behind the halfway line has nothing to do with it. That is, of course, चलो उसने quality दिखाई, but the way he was involved in the game, कैसे बंदे को दूर रख रहा था आराम से, and he's been around. He's not that young like a Damsgaard who's just starting off in European football. He's been around. He's been in Serie A with Roma. He's failed a medical at Juventus. Now he's in Germany. He's had disciplinary problems as well. I just feel that this could be one of those players who, courtesy of this tournament now, gets to go on a upward trajectory.
That's his career. It happened with many players in past. Also, it happened with many players. Like they clicked in one tournament and their that was their revival of their career. But he has been brilliant. If you talk about that goal also, what vision and what finish is fabulous. I felt like he was like right there, on top of his game, and he matched. We were talking about, like in Copa, we are talking about top players, or here we're talking top players. Some of these young players and plus these kind of players have shown like that we are also there. We can perform at highest level. And for him, as you already said, he has failed medical in Juventus also. And it's very strange how people fail medicals and like usually.
Heart issue बोला गया था उस time पे.
But he's still
playing.
It can't be heart issue for Juventus and not for Roma or any other team.
Yeah.
Or for his national team. So there must have been, like, as you already said, he had a disciplinary issue also before. But I think God has given him opportunity again. I'm sure there will be offers for him for bigger clubs also. And as we already have heard about that Ukrainian striker, he's joining AC or Inter, one of the team he is joining.
Yarmolenko, आप उसकी बात कर रहे हो?
Yeah.
The striker number 9.
If I don't know, I haven't seen him, but if they need a backup for Zlatan, so I think he would be going to Milan, not Inter.
And you see his, some of a few goals I have seen is like how he bounces inside the box for the crosses and all that is, like I was impressed with him, honestly, but overall, like if you say one of the weakest team was the Ukraine, for me too, it was surprise for me, good for Shevchenko, they went through the group stages and qualified for
England को तो World Cup winner बना दिया वो लोग ने.
Ready, भाई, for your sake, I hope मेरा master plan आज सही जाए कि Italy Wembley में जीत के जाए. Guys, I want to start wrapping the show up. We're about 5-7 minutes away from kickoff. So I'm going to give you guys to take a break also ताकि आप आराम से rest करो. You've been on for a long time. Very quickly, a prediction. So Ishfaq, you're sticking with England?
Yes.
And do you see this getting over in 90 minutes, or do you see this going into extra time and penalty? 90 minutes, England. Renedy bhai?
Italy 90 minutes, but it's very very difficult to say. अगर first half में इतना compact, इतना conservative football हुआ तो difficult है. But Italy has got, I think, very tough one. But Italy जीतेगा मेरा ख्याल से.
Aney bhai?
Receive पूछ रहा है भाई. जैसे हमारे भाई विंचेंजो बोल रहे थे पहले ना, Italians are, they love the drama, the emotion and all of that, so I'll go with Italy, but
जीत गए इंग्लैंड
after extra time.
भाई अगर आपने इटली बोल दिया मतलब इंग्लैंड जीतेगी अब, तब
अब तो कल शो नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, अब कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
ठीक है भाई. मेरे को भी लग रहा है कि इटली, but I see it going beyond 90 minutes. And I think it might go into penalty also.
Wow, भाई, it is 3 versus 1, मजा आएगा.
मजा आ जाएगा सर, मजा आ जाएगा. 3 versus 1 हो गया.
करना है क्या? कल सुबह करना है.
इंग्लिश कनेक्शन. अरे इंग्लैंड का सीनियर एक्स प्लेयर लोग ने तो वो लोग तो कब तो घर में ही बैठा कर आया है वो लोग गेम देखने के लिए, बिकॉज
रेडी भाई आज जोन में आज लगे हुए हैं यार रेडी भाई.
इसलिए रखा है मैंने. हाँ
सर मैं एक्चुअली क्या है 5 मिनट हैं, 5 मिनट जो है अब थोड़े इमोशनल वाले हैं कि यूरोपियन हो गया खत्म. ठीक है जी. एंड वंस अगेन टू ऑल ऑफ यू हु जॉइंड अस, देखो जी हमारा जो यूरोप एंड कोपा अमेरिका का एक गेम बट यूरोपियन फुटबॉल का सिलसिला था, आज रात को खत्म हो रहा है. कल से हमारी गाड़ी वहां आएगी जहां हमारा धंधा चलता है, और धंधा चलता है बजेगी सीटी, उड़ेगा बॉल, कम ऑन इंडिया, लेट्स शो इंडियन फुटबॉल. हाँ, तो इंडियन फुटबॉल की हम धनाधन बात करेंगे गोइंग फॉरवर्ड. बट फॉर दिस 1 month that has happened, Ishfaq Ahmed, Renedy Singh, Darren Caldera, Richard Hood, Sharda Ogra, Jaideep Basu, and also Vincenzo, who joined us right now. I hope I'm not missing anyone. I think it was a long crew. This, anybody, correct? Right? Much love and respect to all of you for taking out time and joining us whenever we asked you to come on the show. एक बारी भी नहीं हुआ है इस 1 महीने में कि मैं नहीं आना चाहता, मैं नहीं आ सकता. You guys are all busy with your teams. You might be off season, but you're busy doing stuff in Kashmir. You're busy doing stuff with your academy in Manipur. Sharda is busy doing stuff. She's not just following football, she's following so many other sports. Darren is busy doing a lot of stuff. Richard is busy preparing for a new season. Jaideep Basu is always ready to join us whenever possible. And also Supriya Bhatt as well, who is joining us from Italy. So it was a huge team that came together.
4 versus 1. She will be.
She's also Italy, sir. She's also Italy.
वो इटली में बैठा हुआ है. सुप्रिया इटली में बैठा हुआ है. इशफाक
सर तहे दिल से आप सब लोगों को a big thank you, a big thank you. हम दोनों तो वेले हैं, हमें कभी भी बुला दो हम आ जाते हैं यहाँ पे. 3 बजे 4 बजे रात के 5 बजे भी आ जाएंगे. but आप लोगों का the way you've come and you've come for every show, you guys are the strength of 420 grams. Trust me about this. If you guys are not, and it's only me and Siddhanth, 420 grams does not exist. So thank you once again.
And our intrepid producer, Mr. Vaibhav.
Oh yeah, producer, मैं तो भूल ही गया उसका.
हम तीनों के बीच तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला भाई.
हाँ, he's been smart. He's basically said कि you guys take all the decisions, and it's cool because he doesn't want to get into a dogfight then. That's a smart move. But yeah, so much love to all of you who used to tune in to our shows. I know we weren't touching the numbers that we did in Indian football, but we said it's about time we start talking about football outside of home, because we have the personnel like Renedy and Ishfaq, Darren, Richard, Sharda, Jaideep, and so on. And we're lucky enough, we're blessed that we have these people with us who come at the drop of a phone call.
In that sense, it was good to also get some voices in from from Austria and Denmark and obviously Italy, because they've gone through so far. Germany, Arunava was on the show.
Arunava was
yeah, so the effort was to make it a conversation, not just obviously आप लोग technical वगैरह तो सब जानते ही हैं, but also to bring in stuff of what's happening on the ground, and obviously we will follow up to this in some ways, at least to look at what the kind of impact has been in terms of the coronavirus and all of that, because वो सब पता चलेगा, पढ़ाई करेंगे ये लोग सारी सरकारें, because it was sort of an experiment. So yeah, we'll obviously keep you guys updated on those fronts.
Perfect. Ishfaq Ahmed, Renedy Singh, once again thank you for joining us. Aney मेरे भाई, मैं तो सबसे ज्यादा आपसे इम्प्रेस्ड हूँ सर. रेनेडी भाई, हमारे भाई ने यहाँ पे 30 दिन लगातार हर दिन शो मारने आया है, वो भी मतलब मजेदार बात है भाई की. तालियां for Siddhanth.
Thank you.
And much love to all of you who've been watching us. That's the end of our Euro coverage. Enjoy the final, and we will come once again now, focusing on Indian football. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Thanks.